Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is your girl, the one and only Teresa Be Free. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for tuning in into another episode in Freeze. Listen. Get in here. Listen, you all know that I am having an absolutely fantastic time coming to hang out with you all every single week. And when I started the new season, I told you all that I was going to bring you 12 episodes for this new season. And so, guess what episode this is? 6. That's right, 6. I am so for real. But you know what? I've been having a great time sharing life nuggets and giving you some insight into my world, into my life, which I hope the intention is that is giving you an inside scoop into why I move the way that I do and why I'm wired the way that I am, and just my passion for people and for wanting to see you all succeed in your own personal lives so that you can thrive in whatever it is that you do as your profession or in your business. Because I stand 10 toes down in the fact that your personal life and your professional life, they come together like this. You're married. They're married. So you got to get that personal life together. So over these last few weeks, I've been giving you I've been sharing some of my own story times and just talking to you about some of the things that I've had to walk through that led me to where I am today as a beautiful, single, and free woman who is healthy, healed, and whole from the traumas that I've endured from childhood into my young womanhood, which led into me getting married and dealing with men who are absolutely toxic, abusive, and they just were not prepared to give me what I needed, nor was I prepared to take on such life changing and life transitional moments. However, I bit the bullet and I did marriage not once, but I did it 2 times. And so, in the midst of it all, I've done a lot of major things. I was a entrepreneur in marketing and in television and radio, and I was really great at what I did, which is why I'm able to sit here now with you in front of the camera and talk to you all like I've been knowing you for years, because I've been in the business of people for many years. I'm also a certified professional life coach as well, and I have my own coaching practice, and so people would hire me to help them maneuver through some things that they needed to overcome in their life. But oftentimes, before I could even get to what they hired me for, I had to get them to dig and go deep and go through and face the things that they were running from. Because let me just tell you this, you can't move forward in whatever forward looks like for you if you don't deal with the things that are holding you up and keeping you bound in your past. So that leads me to our topic on today. I want to talk about I want to talk with you about in this story time about the not just the fear, but I was scared. I was scared. And because I was scared, it caused me to stay in a relationship much longer than what I should have. But I was scared. And so, if you have not looked at any of the previous episodes in Freeze World, I'm going to admonish you right now. You need to go back after you finish watching today's episode. You need to go back and you need to check out those episodes, because I let you into my life, and so it's going to help you understand why I'm talking to you about being scared. Many of you find yourself in relationships and in situations that you've allowed yourself to be in for years and years and years and years, and that thing has you hostage, held you hostage in the simple fact that you knew you wanted to get out of it, but because you did not know how you were going to do it, and you were afraid of letting go. And let me just say this: you were afraid of just simply stepping out on the decision that has been residing in you for years. And so you allow all of those thoughts, all of those things, all of that emotional turmoil to hold you hostage by giving you a feeling of scared. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen to me should I decide to walk away from this. I don't know what's going to happen should I decide to open up my mouth and say, no, this is not how I choose to live anymore. No, this is not the way that I want to go anymore. No, this is not how I will continue to live my life anymore. But I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know who to go to. I don't know who I can talk to. Listen, I walked that thing out. And so I want to talk about that, because when you are in those spaces of life, they are very dark and they are very dim, and you feel like you are in quicksand. You're moving, 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 but you're going absolutely nowhere but under. How many of you are tired of going under? Huh? If you are, then that means that we are connected. There's a reason and a purpose that you have connected with me in this here episode of Freeze World, because it's time for you to call your own self out on the carpet. Fear and being scared can cause you to do things that you know within yourself that you are not supposed to be doing. I knew years back, the first time when I was in the abusive marriage, when I got busted in my nose, when I got a black eye, that I should have walked away, but I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to go. I was determined that I was not going back home. And so I stayed and I endured one of the worst marriages ever, because I didn't want to make a decision. The next marriage, I endured so much emotional abuse and emotional turmoil and verbal abuse and turmoil, because I didn't want to make a decision. Somebody was playing in my face for years and years and years and years. And I knew from the start what I needed to do, what I should do, but I made excuses as to why I'm going to stay. And it literally was because I was scared and I was fearful, because I did not know, once I took that step, what life was going to look like for me on the other side. And that's where many of you are, because I feel it. That's where the pause was for inside of me. Many of you know what you should do. I'm not here to tell you what you should do, because you already know. You've had this conversation so many times within your own self. And then you had the nerve to have a conversation with somebody who is extremely close to you, who you call your best friend or your homeboy, but you still didn't make a decision to act. The decision was made, which was indecision, or no decision to move forward with the decision you knew you needed to make. And so you stayed and you continue to tolerate and you continue to walk in the land and reside in the land of anxiety and depression because you continue to allow yourself to be scared and fearful of jumping off the cliff into the land and into the dominion of what if. You'll never know because what if had you caught up? What if had you pondering over the thought, oh my God, if I walk away from this, what's going to happen to me? If I walk away from this, what's going to happen to my money? If I walk away from this, how am I going to take care of myself? If I walk away from this, for those who have kids, how are my children going to be taken care of? If I walk away from this, what is my life going to look like? Well, I'm here to tell you if you don't walk away from this, what will your life continue to look like in your right now? In your right now. And in your right now, I challenge you. Is that what you have always envisioned for yourself and for your life? Is that what you want? Being in a mindset and in a space of always wondering, is this person really going to ever get it together? I'm here to tell you, no, they're not. No, they are not. Until they are ready to address whatever their demons are, they are not going to get it together. But the question from me to you is, when will you get it together? Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're married to the person or if you have been in a long-term relationship with the person. When are you going to make a decision that is solely and completely about you? It's time for you to stop being scared to do something that you know is for you to do. Period, point blank. At this point of the conversation, it's not about the person that you're with, but it's about you. When are you going to stand up for you? When are you going to say, you know what? F this. I'm not living like this no more. You know what? Fill in the blank with your name. This is not what you were called to. You know what? Fill in the blank with your name. This is not how I envisioned my life to be. You know what? Fill in the blank with your name. What in the hell is wrong with you? You know what? Fill in the blank with your name. When are you going to start thinking for yourself? Oh my God. You talking good, T. Yes, I know. This is a call out on the carpet to you today in this conversation in Free's World because it's time for you to stop being scared. I'm here to challenge you and to get in your face on today because you know what you are supposed to do, but yet you keep sitting there. You keep making excuses. You keep saying that the situation is going to change. You keep saying that things are going to get better. You keep saying that the person is going to change. And I'm here to tell you that nothing in that holding pattern is going to change except you. When you make a decision that says, I am not going to live like this anymore, and you stop the holding pattern and you carve out a door and you put a handle on it and you open it and then you walk yourself out. You can't be scared anymore. Look at what being scared has cost you. It has cost you literally everything. When you look around in the circle of your life, it has cost you everything for being scared to stand up and speak out for yourself. When it comes to this thing that we call life, you got to learn how to be selfish about you. It's time for you to start using a very simple word, but it's a very, very strong word. And the word is no. You got to start saying no. No, sir. No, ma'am. I will not. No, sir. No, ma'am. I am not. And that's just the truth of the matter. Being scared has cost you too much. Being scared has put you in this place where you are living in chaos and unrest. And your life is just a wreck and a mess. And it's fake and it's a fraud. And you look stupid. For many of you, you're just like what I talked about last week. You feel stupid and dumb. You feel stupid and dumb because you are living in delusion, and you know it's a delusion. It goes totally against what you know your life is to be. And I'm just the person to speak truth and keep it absolutely real with you, because that's how I'm wired. That's what I do. And now that I've freed myself from all of that bull crap, I'm here to help free some other people. So stop being scared. That's what this conversation is all about. Stop being scared to do you, to live your life according to how you desire to live it, regardless to what whomever you're with has to say about it. Because again, now it's not about them. We ain't casting those stones towards you. We could, but right now, this is about me. And that's a conversation that I had to have with the person that I decided that I was not going to do life with no more. And do you not know that this individual, one day after the fact, waiting for the divorce to be final, this person had the nerve to say that, had the nerve to say to me that I was making this about him. And this is where I knew I had grew, and I had grew a whole bunch as I was going through that transition, because I turned around and said, I dare you. I'm doing this for me. This has nothing to do with you, but it has absolutely everything to do with me. And boy, what a peace that came upon me. And the look that was on their face, they were floored, because I finally started speaking out and speaking up about what my needs were and what I knew I needed to do for me, that had nothing to do with them. I wasn't scared anymore. I took my power back. That's something else that you need to do. You need to take your power back. That's going to release you from the spirit of fear and being scared when you take your power back in the situation. Stop being weak. Stop being weak in your knees, as my daughter says, and get up. Stop being weak. Stop keeping your mouth closed and open it up. Stop just thinking it in here and start speaking it out, whatever your it is, and then do it. It don't matter about what they say. This is about you. This is about freeing yourself. This is about getting yourself from surviving in and into the world of thriving. You can never get into the world of thriving when you continue to live a scared life, when you continue to live a life that you know you were not called to live. You can never get there. So, my friend, what are you going to do? Are you going to get up? Are you going to stop being weak in your mind, weak in your thinking, weak in your words? Weak meaning you don't ever say what you really think. Weak meaning you're wondering, well, if I do it like this, or and if I do it like that, what's going to happen? And just do it. Just do it. You may not have all of the answers, and that's okay. I didn't have all of the answers, but I knew that I could not keep living the way that I was living 4 years ago. I couldn't keep living like that. I had lived it long enough, and it was getting me absolutely nowhere. I had reached the peak of going nowhere. And I knew that that was not what my life was destined, and what the creator and what God had called for me to be in life. He did not, I'm not called to be a nobody. I am an extraordinary person, and I have no problem walking in my extraordinariness. Absolutely no problem walking in that at all. I am absolutely now 1000% confident within myself and within my capabilities, and I will not dim my light anymore for anybody else. I don't care how my light makes you feel. Then if it makes you feel some kind of way, then that means that there's some work that you need to do within yourself, because the light that's shining in me has absolutely nothing to do with you. If it does, it means that you need to do some work within yourself, because I ain't scared no more, but obviously you are. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That cough just confirmed it. Oh, yes. Somebody's voice is being released right now. Somebody's voice is being released, and the walls that have been trying to suffocate you are opening up right now. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it's happening for you. So listen, I want you to do me a huge favor. Do me a huge favor. If you feel bold enough, drop down in the comments and talk back to me in this conversation, because I know this conversation is meant for so many men, so many women who are in that space of now saying, you know what, T? You are absolutely right. You know what, T? Yes, you was right in the mix of my video. Oh, yes, I'm going to do something, and I'm going to do it starting today. I want to hear from you. I do, I do, I do, I do. Because it is my purest and most absolute intention that through everything that I put out into the universe, be it here on my YouTube channel in Freeze World, or if you find me over in TikTok and Instagram, that I give you tangible things that you could use by sharing stories and telling stories, because I'm here to be a blessing to you, whatever that looks like. I'm here to incite change into you. I am here to call you out on the carpet, and I'm also here to help celebrate all of the wins. Why am I here doing this? Because I didn't have anybody as I was coming along the way to do it for me. And so I'm here to do it for you. So listen, that's it. I could keep going, but I'm not. I've said enough. I'm going to push the pause button. But I just want to take this blessed moment and opportunity to say thank you so much for rocking with your girl in Toresa Be Free's world. And listen, I'm not asking you for no money right now, but the four things that I am asking you, because I need you all to help the collective grow and go to many. I'm going to ask you these four things, and they're up on the screen as I'm talking. I want you to subscribe to this channel right now. I want you to hit that notification bell so that you know every single time when I'm dropping something in YouTube. I want you to comment down below, and I know you all know somebody that resides in the world of this conversation, so I want you to share. That's right, I want you to share this episode in your circle of influence. And until next time, thank you so much. I want you all to continue to live an amazing life. And I want you to learn how to pull yourself out of survivor mode and get into the land of thriving, so that you no longer tolerate, but you are in the process of beginning to live your best life. So until next week, I want to say thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.